Unmuted. There we go. So now we'll get started. Welcome, everybody, to Getting Groovy with Google. It's good having you here with us. Learning about some Google tips and tricks and lesser known resources from Google. This document will be in Sketch. You can access it and get all the resources straight from this document. I will take the time to just look at some of the resources. Feel free in the chat to ask any questions. I will try to check that as I'm going along, or reach out after with email or phone call, and I can give you any answers that you want me to give you with that. So I'm just going to just go through some of these rather quickly. I got 5 pages, 4 pages here, but I'll give you some things here. The first one I want to talk about is the Teacher Learning Center. If you've not been on the Teacher Learning Center before Google for Education, it's a great resource as far as getting courses. There's training guides you can go through, how to basics with different things with that, and guides for all of the Google tools that we'll use. From Classroom all the way down to everything else, how to do everything within the guides from those apps. The certifications right here, certification, I want to kind of look at this a little bit. If you're not familiar with the education certifications from Google, I would encourage you to look into them. Level 1 and Level 2 certifications. The Level 1 certification, it basically shows you're competent with Google tools and using them in your classroom. Level 2 kind of takes that knowledge from Level 1 and using it more as the pedagogical approach, using it in more with pedagogy. So it's a little deeper in your expertise with the credentials and knowing how to use the Google tools. Some of the other things they have for the certifications, a Google Certified Trainer. That is a certification that shows you how to pass the competencies in being able to train Google stuff with other people. And all that's required to become a trainer is you have to be Level 2 certified. So this Level 2 right here, and then just go through the courses to become a certified trainer. The next one is a certified innovator, and that is looking at innovation within your classroom, within society, within your community, and it's quite an intense program to get into that. Actually, I've just changed it. Usually, they only have four cohorts a year around the world: 2 English-speaking and 2 Spanish-speaking cohorts. Because of COVID-19, they are changing it this year, and it is going to be a virtual academy instead of an academy. It's going to be in Australia or New York or Singapore. That's usually the locations for these academies. But it's going to be a virtual innovator academy. If it's something that you've ever thought about doing before, now's the time to do that, because you won't have any travel costs associated with the innovator program. And the deadline is July 10th. So actually moved the deadline back a little bit. So a couple of things here just to help you in your Googliness. So that is there's other things here too. There's other programs, there's resources, there's lots of things here in the Google's Education Teacher Center. So in your spare time this summer, when you have nothing to do, go ahead and explore the Teacher Learning Center. All right, this Google Feud. Now we're going to get to some of the things that could suck away some of your time in life as you are hanging out, doing things, or not doing things. You can play these googly games. So Google Feud, we'll look at questions. So in Google, in autocomplete, they have autocomplete up here. If you're in Google, you start typing in, how do I, and then it gives you ideas of what Google tries to tell you what you're thinking. So it has the autocomplete. So in this Google Feud, it's how does Google complete the autocomplete, complete the sentence. Why do I feel so? And it's like Family Feud. So sad. And that is the number 9 gas, 92,000 points. And I can keep going on and just typing things in, and to play Google Feud. So it's just how does Google complete that search engine? That is the classic Feud. Down below you have multiple choice. It gives you the same thing, but it gives you multiple choice guesses that you can choose from, instead of trying to just guess on your own. The photo complete is using the photos on Flickr, the most searched photos on Flickr, and just trying to guess. Let me start it here. So, and on Flickr, like watching, you have to type in what this picture is, and it is a phrase. So I'm not very good at this. I actually fail miserably when I do this. So it's like watching paint dry. Oh, and I got that one right. So it's just using those photos, and to try to guess what the photos are trying to say. So this category is on movies. So the dog's best friend, a dog's best friend, or man's best friend, or whatever that movie's going to be. So I also have buy your complete book of autocompletes that interest you, and some other things you can add to your iOS devices. So that is Google Feud. GeoGuessr. This is probably one of my favorite games that Google has for you to explore. This is one of those freemium type things where you can do it for free, but it stops you in the middle and then makes you read something. If you pay the whatever much it is, then you don't have any of those stoppage, but it's not bad. So in GeoGuessr, it takes Google Earth images or Google Street View images, and you try to guess where you are. So you go anywhere around the world. You can go to famous places, the United States, European Union. So there's different places where you can try to play. So we're going to go around the world. I'm just going to go here around the world. I'm just going to play for free. It's $2 a month, I guess, if you go pro. Single player. So I'm just going to just drop me somewhere in the world, and using my device, I can scan around and try to guess where in the world this photo is at. So I know teachers who have used this before for geography. So looking at your environment. So there's no mountains around, so I'm somewhere that's not mountains. And I can go ahead and try to drive along the road, try to look for clues, let me know where this is at. If you have any idea what you are, or if you have any, sorry, I had reading something there, a chat. Any idea of where you think this is at? Please put in the chat and let me know so I can try to guess where this is. I don't see very many clues here. So if I just want to take a guess, I come over to the map and I can zoom in on the map and I just make a mark of where I think this is at. I'm going to go over here to Germany. I just click that, I guess, and then it lets me know how close I am. And it was Argentina, so I'm 8,000 miles away from the location, and I earned no points for that one. And you have 5 rounds. Each game's 5 rounds. So here's my next place. I know this is not somewhere that speaks English, because that is not an English-speaking vehicle at all. So looking for clues of where I am at. Anybody speak Russian? So I'm going to come over here to my map. And I'm going to come here to the Ukraine. I'm going to guess. And I was only 500 miles off on that. It was Russia, it was Moscow, so that's a pretty good guess I had on that. So you can see this GeoGuessr. You can go world, you can go historical places, the U.S., different different specifics around the world. My worst one that I've had on GeoGuessr is I was put in a black room. The room was black, and there's nowhere out of the room, and it was an awful guess. So that is GeoGuessr. Does it have embed code capability? I believe it does. I believe you can embed it. You may have to be a pro, the pro to do that, though. The upgrade to the pro with GeoGuessr to do that. Any questions or anything? Go ahead and unmute or dump in the chat anything you have. If not, I will just keep on going through here. This game of the year, it's going to talk to me here, and it's going to say, based on, it's 2018, I don't have 2019 one. It's which searches were most popular, which was most popular. So I'm going to go here. I think I turned off the volume on it. I will turn off the volume because it's going to, Peter Guy will talk to you. Find out. I'll keep them on. I'll type in my name. So it was Bruno Mars or Mars searched more in 2018. That's right. And this is like a. Both are out of this world. This is like a game. It's based. You got points based on speed and accuracy. So there's a countdown up there, and it's counting down, and so I get less points for how slow I'm doing. So that is game of the year, and it's just again kind of pointless. This game's more pointless than GeoGuessr. It's good way to suck your time away though. With that, I will put this doc in SCAD. I don't know if I've done that yet or not, but I will as soon as this is finished and give permission to this document. Who remembers the old Carmen Sandiego? Where in the world's Carmen Sandiego back in the day? Google has one. Where on Google Earth is Carmen Sandiego? So here you have Google Earth. Excuse me. The Google Earth, and you're going to play Carmen Sandiego, trying to find her around the world somewhere. And it's going to talk to you. It's going to let you know what's going on. So down here on my screen, I click the magnifying glass to interview witnesses. I fly with the airplane, and this gives me instructions there. It's going to drop me somewhere on Google Earth, and then it's letting me know about London was founded in the 1st century. I can turn on the volume if I want to, so it would speak to me. And I click on the magnifying glass, and I can go to any of these landmarks. I can go to the Tower of London, Buckingham Palace, or the Tower Bridge. I go to the Tower Bridge, let's say. Take me down here to the Tower Bridge, and then it's going to give me another clue. There's a witness here saying that on this left in a vehicle flying a flag with the red circle. So as a student, okay, which country has the flag with the red circle? I can go do some research. I already know what it is. I can find that. That's Japan, is that right? So I choose the city of where I want to go around Google Earth. It's going to fly me around Google Earth, take me to that location. Oh, and there I am. There's Carmen Sandiego. I am in the right place. So it was Tokyo. So again, gets him some little clues there with Tokyo, with Japan, and I can talk to somebody and get some clues about where Carmen Sandiego is, and then just try to track her down. So look about samba dancing. Any idea about samba dancing? And then I go where I want to go. Rio. Los Angeles, Rio de Janeiro, that Brazil. So again, it's just This one could be more academic. You can use it for academia and for doing different things with your students that way. I believe there is only one game right now, so it is the same game on in Carmen Sandiego. I don't know of any updates yet that have different games, but it's just this one right now. So we're on Google Earth is Carmen Sandiego. Not see my screen. Share my screen again. It looks like it's stirring. Okay. Okay. Well, some are seeing it, some are not. Sorry about that. I'm not sure why. Got the right screen going on. Right, quick draw. Quick draw is again. I'll explain as I play. Looking at the machine technology, the AI that Google is famous or infamous for, the artificial intelligence that Google tries to do. So what I try to do here is I have to draw grass. I need to draw grass, and Google is going to try to guess what I am drawing. And I got 20 seconds to draw it, and Google's when I start drawing something, it's going to start talking to me. I'm going to go right here, and as I start drawing, it's going to start saying, it's grass. So Google saw grass in that. I'm not sure how Google saw grass, but Google did. So now I draw a teddy bear. And it's kind of hard with the mouse. Trackpad's easier. That's a pretty good teddy bear, don't you think? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, come on, Google. It's a teddy bear. So I failed that one. Sorry, I couldn't guess it. So so this quick draw what was created so the Google AI can start learning what people are drawing and what drawings look like. And this is just kind of fun, this quick draw. You can, once you get finished, and go through and you can see all the different drawings people have done and how Google has started to take that information, that knowledge of what people have done and putting it into the Google brain. From this activity of quick draw, they came up with auto draw. Auto draw is a tool that you start drawing something and Google's going to populate some images what it thinks I'm drawing. So again, it's taking the AI technology from quick draw and putting it into auto draw. So if I want to draw a house, I start drawing something. On top of the screen, it's going to start appearing images of what I'm drawing. And I just drew that house. I am pretty talented, aren't I? Take this house, there I have it, and delete that. And there's my house. Too many screens going on. That is my auto draw pen. I can just regular draw, and this is just going to draw, not going to do an auto draw. So it's this magic pen. This is the auto draw pen. From this tool, I have to download it. Then I can utilize it how I want to, with putting it in a document or putting it into something. So again, if I want to draw a teddy bear, I'm not very good at teddy bear drawings. There's my teddy bear. There I am. I drew a good teddy bear finally. So Google got my teddy bear. So that is auto draw. Educational could be fun, yes. Google is known for doing lots of Easter eggs and April Fool jokes. Easter eggs are just those um, hidden things that they have put out there, just like an Easter egg hunt. It's just a hidden egg, and there's no one resource to find all the Google Easter eggs. So you can do some searching, and um, you can do some Google searching to find who has found Google Easter eggs. It's just a list of 13 Easter eggs, and it explains what they are. End blocker, and so it's just these hidden things that they do, these hidden activities, these hidden um, fun things that Google does. So here's one from Sonic the Hedgehog. And Sonic moves and he spins around. So that's the Easter egg. It's just Sonic is right there, just doing what Sonic does. So these Easter eggs are out there. You may find stuff in what you're in apps that you're in or different programs that you are in. There's a lot in the Google search engines. They put these in there. Again, one place that you can find Easter eggs. There's different resources out there. People have compiled these Easter eggs. Just kind of fun to know about, fun to have. These April Fool's jokes are also kind of fun. They every April Fool's they do these jokes. They didn't do one this year for COVID-19, the first year since the past since 2000. They haven't done an April Fool's joke, but it's just these different things that they do. One of my favorite ones is Google Wind. If I can find it here. So here's Google released this March 31st in 2017. They have this Google Wind. Let's watch this for a second.
The Netherlands is one of the best countries in the world to live in. It has a strong economy, and some of the world's best DJs were born here. There's only one downside. It rains 145 days a year. At Google, we solve this problem by repurposing horizontal videos, using them not to capture data, but to generate. To pull this off, we need to build a better understanding of the web. We use Google Cloud Platform to predict how the clouds will behave. We then connected all 1,170 windmills in Holland to prevent bad weather from happening. Let's take it for a spin. Machine learning enables all the mills to collaborate. Of course, we need some rain. With the wind, we can also decide when and where it rains. So Google is able to keep clear skies any season. I'm proud to announce that from April 1st, we're able to guarantee clear skies for everyone.
So some of these April Fool's jokes have caused some controversies with people. Well, not controversies. Some people have been pretty upset or scared with things that have been introduced by Google as April Fool's jokes. This list here on Wikipedia, which is a fabulous source of true information, isn't it? Wikipedia. You can go through and it tells you what all the April Fool's jokes have been for the last 20 years. And you can search them and find them and just look at them. Again, it's just kind of funny. It's just kind of fun, a time waster. Google is a great productivity tool, but also can be not so great productivity tool. I'm getting into a great, an actual really great resource. This is something that is fairly new in Google. It's called Be Internet Awesome. It is the Google digital citizenship tool. It is a game type thing that they have created for playing to learn how to be kind people on the internet. So besides having the game, there's things for families and things for educators. These resources that you can have to talking with your kids at home or with your students at school. And this Interland is there a game that you play. You go to these different lands and you solve these quests in being a good digital citizen. So it is last year Internet Awesome really hit heavy, but it's a great resource though for internet safety. The younger kids, because it is game based, I would recommend this for. But the resources for educators and for families are for everybody. So that is Be Internet Awesome. Um, that's a link there, take you to some other things. I like this Google Year in Search. This kind of sums up the year in review. It is a YouTube video that Google puts together of the top searches for that year. This is from 2019. So they have one of these videos each year, and it just sums up the year in review as far as the top search topics and issues during that year. Um, Another one of my favorite tools is this Google Arts and Culture. If you haven't been to this website before, the Google Arts and Culture, I would suggest that you do this. It is great. Um, the app is awesome as well. But as far as anything with the arts or culture, this is your place you want to be. You can explore, um, it says right there, all the things you can explore, look at as you are going through arts and culture. I really like, well, it's a fun part about this is on the app version. See if my iPad will let me share my screen. You can give yourself a selfie to see which pieces of art you look like. Let me share my screen here if I can do this. My iPad there.
Hello.
All right, let me go to
I'm good.
arts and culture. So there's my iPad screen right there. On the bottom of my iPad screen, there's a little camera right in the middle. I click on that camera, and then this page comes up. So I can take a photo and transform it out to classic artwork. I can do all these different things here, but I'm doing an art selfie. This is just a fun one. Take an art selfie. Take a picture of myself, and then it's going to take my image and compare it with all these artworks that they have in arts and culture to see what I look like. So I look like a man with the word look. That makes me feel really good right now. Is that the first result that came up? And so I can take these portraits of myself and compare it with different artwork from around the world. So it's the art transfer. I'm going to take this piece of work and I'm going to apply myself to a ghost opal, and there's my face on that piece of art now. So there's some fun things you can do on the app side that you can't do on the web version side. I'll have my share my screen again. But it is pretty fun. The arts and cultures is a pretty fun app to have, but the resources available on the website are incredible. There are a lot of things you can have on the website you can explore. There's so much here. You can spend a lot of time, and this is very educational, good for not just for time wasting on your own, but to utilize with your students as well. Google Lit Trips. This is taking. Turn off my iPad. This is taking Google Earth, and people have created these literary trips based on books, with the sites mapped out through Google Earth. And with these, you do need to request these. Not something you can just come in and grab right off. You need to request these lit trips to come to you. You do that by going to, my goodness, request a lit trip, and then you can find the trip that you want, and you just request it, and then it's sent to you. You can search through the lit trips here on the side. But an overview of this, there's a YouTube overview. I won't show this now, but you can go on that and see what's out there. I'm not going to show these either right here. Access Mars. It is basically you're going to Mars. And it's just accessing Mars through Google. The AI experience with Google. All these some of these programs like the Quick Draw and Auto Draw, they were created by some third-party developers in connection with Google through this AI experiments, and it's a place where these developers can create these artificial intelligent experiments and go through the process and send them out. People try them out, and you can see the whole database of what they have on that link there, the AI experiments with Google. They eclipsed a couple of years ago. Google was preparing people for about a year beforehand to take pictures and videos of that eclipse, and then they have compiled a mega movie of the eclipse going across the United States. So starting in Washington and all the way across the United States, going down to the southern east coast, and it's just the mega movie of information that people had sent in to Google. I want to show you this Google CS First. This is a fairly new thing from Google. They do have this computer science curriculum. It is free, and it talks about coding. It is the block coding like Scratch, and it is a free resource, and it's really easy to do. UEN will be having some trainings on this. If this is something that you want to implement, we'll be helping UEN with these trainings when we can do trainings again. We're looking at providing these online trainings, but if we want to do it in person as soon as we can. But you can come here and access this information, access the CS First resources without having any training beforehand. But just so you know, and hopefully in this near future, we'll be having these trainings with on the CS First. But if the computer science is your thing, you want to start implementing it, here's an easy way to do it through the CS First. These sources right here, resources here, are some outside resources from some other educators. They compiled some things. Great to look at from other tips and tricks, different things. One of my favorite resources tool that I like to do is a force copy. If you look here up on the URL bar and on the box up here on the top, on the end it says /edit. If I take that /edit and I just delete the edit part, and I just type in the word copy, and then I copy and paste this link, and I can send this link to anybody. I can put this link on any LMS that I want. Then whoever has this link, they are given the opportunity to make a copy of this document so they can own it. So there's different ways where I can have my students do this, but this way they for sure will have this and it'll be saved to their Google Drive. So when they make corrections, make any adjustments to this document, it's not altering my document, it's their document that they have on their own. You can also have students do this by going to your document you're at, go to File, make a copy, and that's the same process of creating a copy of this document to their Google Drive. There's other things that you can do with that, changing the back copy. I have a link here that lets you give you some other resources that you can do. You can have it in preview mode, so you don't have any of the sidebars or anything, just the preview of the document and some other things that you can do with this force copy. If you're not familiar with the Explorer tab in the Google Tools, you really should be. You can find the Explorer two different ways. The easiest way down here at the bottom, the right-hand corner, the little star thing, click on the Explorer. What this does is this opens up basically a separate window within your Google document. So I can be up here and I can search different things on the web and find things about pigs. I can find images. I can find stuff right from my Google Drive that's based on pigs. But a great thing about this is I have these web results, and if I hover over the web results, I see there's little quotations that appear. I can cite any of these references right in my document with the correct citation. I can change my citation by the three dots, the snowman. I can change how I want my citations to look. But I just click on that, and it's going to put a little 1 right there, asterisk 1 back up there by my CS First, and down below it put in the reference information for that. The same with images. I put in images into my document. Is it loading my image? Maybe it's loading there. Oh, I just made it big. I pull the image into my document. And there I have that image right inside my document as well. So it's basically opening up a different web browser right inside your document. You don't have to go back and forth through other tabs. Everything's just right there on your own. So that's the Explore button. Something that I have found very beneficial, especially being home or going out places since we've been in the lockdown, not always have internet access. I have a document I want to work on, but with Google, you need to have connection to the internet so you can make your changes. But I can edit offline. If I come up here to File, and I come down to, oh my goodness, where's my edit offline? Right in front of me, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Make available offline, this right in front of me. So if I make this available offline, I click on that. So now if I don't have internet access, I can still access my document. I can pull it open. I can make my changes, make my corrections, add things, subtract things to it. And when I reconnect to the internet, it will sync my document. So all those changes are going to be saved. So it is saved without having it synced, but once I sync it, then it'll go throughout my Google Drive, and people who I'm sharing it with and everything will have those changes made. But I have found this very useful when you don't have internet access and you know you may need to work on something. Just make your documents available offline so you can quickly pull them up wherever you are if you need to make any changes or add things to it. Another one of my favorite tools in Google Tools is the voice typing. To do my voice typing, I go to Tools, excuse me, and I just go down to voice typing. And it's going to access to my microphone. I click to speak, and it's just like your Siri or anything on your phone when you're trying to voice type a text message. It's just going to start typing it. I type my document just like so, period. And it is fairly accurate, question mark. So there's my voice typing right inside my document. Inside the toolbar, also, if not familiar with the translate the document, this is great if you have those students who come in and you need to have your newsletter or your disclosures or your rules or something translated for your students. You just translate that document. It's going to make a copy of it in your Google Drive. So I'll have my original English version of my documents. Then it's going to translate it into whatever language I want. I can change that title, and then I choose my language. So I have all this language here, which I can choose from. I've got my Korean exchange student coming into town. I'm going to translate my document, and now this document is going to be translated into Korean. And I don't know Korean, but for the people who do know some of these languages, who have seen the translations, it is fairly accurate. You probably won't get fired from what it is saying with things. But that's a great one also, the voice typing. Before we end here in the next 1 or 2 minutes, last year in 2019, Google had a lot of updates for their apps. You can look through forms. You can import questions. You can lock mode and quizzes in forms. If on Chromebooks, you can lock it so students can't go out and search the browser with that. And Google Slides, one thing in Google Slides that I like, let me just show you this really quick. If I get a Google slide, I open up a slide. If I present my slide, I have the ability to put on closed caption on this. Down at the bottom of the screen when you're presenter mode, I do have a pointer. I don't know if you've seen this before, but I do have a pointer. I can point to things within my pointer. Next to that is my closed captions. I open that up. It lets me know it gives me option the top or the bottom where I want my closed captions to appear, and then the size of font that I want. And the closed captions, they don't just appear, it's the closed caption of my voice. So it's taking what I'm explaining about the slide and putting it up on the slide. So if I do my medium or my large text here, as I start speaking, I turn my closed caption on, it will start putting my words on my slide. So as I am explaining my slides, people in the audience can read it besides hear what I am saying. I just turn off closed caption again. So that is a newer feature from last year that Google put out with the Google Slides, having the ability to do closed captions in that. Another thing in Google Docs, which is a new tool, is the word count. So I come, oh my goodness, where's my word count at? Of course, you can't find it right now, and I'm trying to look for it really quick. Oh, right here on the tools, that's right. So you do have a word count. I can have it on there the whole time while I'm typing. I just click OK. Now, as I'm typing, or as I can get a count for a specific paragraph. I have the word count there. One last thing that I want to show is the Gmail setting. You can set a time of when you're going to compose, when you want a message to be sent. So I want to send a message right here. I'm going to send a message to Sally James. She's on here. And I want this sent this afternoon. So I want to schedule a send. I want to send it. I can choose, it gives me specific times when I want, or I can pick a time of day. I want this sent today. I want this sent at 3 o'clock today. I didn't put any content in there, so she's going to get just an empty email. I was going to tell her thanks for helping today, but so she'll get an empty email from me at 3 o'clock this afternoon, because that's when I schedule it to be sent. So that is I like that one there. So any questions anybody has? Any comments? Go ahead and unmute yourselves, or type it in the chat. Really fast, throwing over lots of things at you. Just some are useful, some are not. Hopefully there was at least one or two things you can walk away with, you can utilize. So the next 1 minute, anything anybody wants to add or share? Well, thank you for being here this afternoon. I guess it's almost afternoon. Being here this morning. Appreciate you joining me in this, and for being at the conference today. We hope that the whole conference is beneficial for you. It's not the same as in person, but hopefully it's beneficial still. So thank you. If you have any questions, please reach out. Hopefully when school starts again, we can do some in-person trainings. That is my role at Q, is to provide these trainings in person or online. So reach out anytime you want. We can get something scheduled. Sorry, a chat right here.